Hi everyone, this is going to be a reading for the sign of Leo. For the main part of the reading, I'm going to be using the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. I'm seeing rest and rejuvenate at the bottom of the deck. Maybe some of you have been resting a lot or meditating, spending time in solitude. Universal source of all this, beloved archangels and angels, ancestors, spirit guides, what are the messages for the sign of Leo? What are the messages for the sign of Leo? I'm seeing conflict and defeat, feeling more so like that's pertaining to a past situation. And then I'm seeing accelerated motion and sacrifice. I feel like that's more of your present and upcoming energy. But let's see what comes out. Very interesting here, Leo. I'm picking up on an external energy all around you almost, but I'm seeing here at the bottom of the deck, rejoice and celebration. So I'm happy to see that. I may clarify that card at the end just to get some more clarity. Let's start here in the middle. We have the number 2, which always reminds me of the patience card from the Numerology deck, the waiting game. And this card in particular reminds me very fall-esque, sowing new seeds and waiting until they're ready to be harvested. Right? I'm feeling like this may be you, Leo, either just in a personal journey or in regards to a work situation or a relationship. We have the number 4 heart chakra, that green. I love that emerald green coming up here at the bottom. I feel like whatever you and or someone else may have been going through recently really involves a lot of heart chakra cleansing and opening work, as well as protection work. In the past placement, we have the number 8, and I'm going to clarify all these cards with a different deck. Emotional withdrawal. Again, that may be you or someone else. Emotional withdrawal, I'm really feeling like, I'm still learning this deck, but to me, this can really be taken, in either a, I don't want to necessarily say negative or positive sense, but that's really all that I'm coming up with right now. But we can sort of emotionally withdraw to the point of detriment, right? Where we're not sort of leaning on the support systems of friends and family that do love us and that are there, right? Too much. Or we can emotionally withdraw sometimes just to go into more of sort of a reflective or introspective state of mind, and contemplative state of mind is what I'm looking for. So I'm really getting like, there may be 2 people here who are kind of on opposite ends of the spectrum. Going back to that number 2 card, which again reminds me of patience. You see here, there is a connection. On one side of that connection, right, there's sort of budding leaves on that tree. And on the other side, there are roots. But what's stood out to me sort of is like how barren it sort of looks down here. Granted, like roots are barren, but I'm sort of getting this a little bit of a polarity here in terms of almost like energetic levels. We have then crowning the reading, the number 4, discontentment and boredom. So again, I'm getting, someone or something here, someone more than likely here is withdrawing into more of a contemplative state. You see like the man like sitting there on the beach by the water in a meditative pose, whereas someone else here is just sort of maybe also in a state of contemplation, but like it just looks a little bit less structured. It looks, pretty much like what the card says. Like they look very bored and discontented. So whether that is you or someone else, maybe we'll get some more clarity in the upcoming cards. In the future placement, we have the number 16, disruption. And I just do want to draw your attention here to the fact that we have the 8 and the 2 here, right? In the past, in the present, and then 16. So I am kind of, and then we have 4s on either side, on the top and the bottom. The number 4 heart chakra and the number 4 discontentment and boredom, which actually also multiply equals the number 16. I don't know why, like I haven't been digging so much into the numerology in these readings, but in your reading, the numerology is standing out to me. I am just gonna take a look at the book here. These black border cards, the number 16, disruption, this represents a major arcana. And I'm still learning this deck. So this is the Tower card, yeah. You or someone else may be experiencing a Tower moment in the upcoming future. I'm really sensing that, you know, it has to do with whatever this sort of growth or evolution is, especially as it pertains to the heart chakra. I'm very strongly getting like, you know, that this involves some kind of intimate relationship. So whether it's romantic or a very close sort of family or friend relationship. And so I'm just going to read from the card a little bit. It says, a sudden, usually unforeseen disruption or major change is happening or is about to take place. Even if it appears to be a negative experience, it can lead to enlightenment or a total shift in your lifestyle. In traditional tarot, this card represents the falling tower that eventually crumbles due to its weak foundation. So yeah, I'm even not so much necessarily like, you know, for one of the parties, it could be for both of the parties involved in here, this may be like a negative, like what the, not negative, but, you know, maybe initially perceived as negative event or tower moment. But I'm really getting with this rejoice and celebration, which is why I think I'm going to clarify it, that it's actually quite celebratory, maybe for the other person, or really like, you know, ultimately for everyone involved. But yeah, so we have the Sun card coming up here at the bottom of the deck. This is the Cosmic Tarot. This is what I'm going to use to clarify the reading. So I'm just going to give the deck a couple shuffles here. What are the messages for the sign of Leo? You or someone else may be in sort of a guarded or defensive energy. Doing my clarifications a little bit differently today. It's just what I'm feeling, the energy I'm feeling today. You may be moving or traveling soon. I'll go over all the cards at the end. And we have the Prince of Swords coming up at the bottom. This can represent air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. I am just quickly going to clarify. We have the Two of Swords. So you may be needing to make a decision based off of your intuition. Clarify, rejoice, and celebration. Number 3, and it flew right on it. Okay, so we have the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, but we have the 4 of Wands coming up here at the bottom of the deck. So, and I'm seeing the Chariot underneath that. I'll just show y'all. So definitely could be moving or traveling with that 10 of Pentacles flying out to clarify, rejoice in celebration. I am sort of picking up, again, this is talking about the crumbling of foundations. That's that Tower energy that was in that number 16 disruption card, remember? And I'll clarify what's coming up on that card in just a second. But with that 10 of Pentacles in reverse, definitely, you know, a relationship or a job that came to an end may have involved, you know, some kind of monetary loss or restructuring, either on your part or on someone else's. But again, this is coming up to clarify that rejoice in celebration. So I ultimately feel like whatever this crumbling was, whatever it was that's coming down, is for the better. So we have, I'm just trying to think like which cards I want to talk about first. Yeah. Let's go to the past placement, the number 8, emotional withdrawal, and the Fool. So again, I'm really picking up like for someone, at least for one of the parties involved in this situation, this is really like a fool's journey, a new spiritual ascension process. you really see that man, he looks like he's in such deep contemplative thought about what. It's really rather unclear. And they almost, again, I'm getting sort of opposite energies here, but not in the same way that I indicated earlier, which earlier, you know, I said like one person maybe is emotionally withdrawing to their detriment, whereas the other sort of emotional withdrawal is more of like an introspection or a retrospective kind of state. Feeling like, you know, there is this, you know, sort of stepping back. I'm almost getting like hermit energy here, but then also whenever it is that you come out of that, or whatever that is for you, the whole point is for you to sort of start anew, because you have the Fool, the Zero here, sort of starting anew, very you know, fresh, nascent, kind of fun energy, traveling light, packing light, that kind of thing, especially if you're traveling or moving. Perhaps you're thinking about, you know, what it is that you absolutely need to bring, what are your essentials. With the waiting game coming up at the heart of the reading and the Six of Swords, again, could be indicating some kind of moving or traveling. Whatever the case may be there, I am getting that you're going to have patience with it, whether it's a move or it's travel, you know. And of course, anytime that you're traveling, make sure you've built in enough time, you know, that you're giving yourself sort of enough time. I, for one, you know, I find traveling, you know, I mean, things can be stressful enough, so you try to like make the experience as a whole sort of as least, whatever, y'all know what I'm trying to say, stressful as possible. With the heart chakra card at the bottom of the reading, we do have the Eight of Swords. What I'm getting from this energy is whatever it is that has caused, what I'm really getting is that there's something here that has like rocked your heart chakra, right? So whether it's, could even be like heartache or loss, right? But that gives us an opportunity to sort of heal and work through whatever it is that needs to be healed. You know, that this was sort of a soulmate connection. This was someone or something that you cared about very much, but that it was a very sort of stuck or stagnant energy. You see these two people sort of going around in circles in this like it's like very murky gray, you know. So yeah, so I feel like, again, if there was a tower moment or the crumbling of sort of a relationship or some kind of foundation, you know, that it's ultimately for the better, because it's going to allow you to move forward, right? From that Eight of Swords stuck energy into that Six of Swords. With the discontentment and boredom, whether it's you or someone else, Leo, I am getting that in either case, it's almost like, you know, someone's either maybe wishing for someone or something back. And on the flip side, the other energy that I'm feeling is like whomever is starting out on that Fool's journey, right? Really doing that introspection and retrospection and going within to figure out how to move forward, that they're really thinking about what their wish fulfillment is, what they want, both, you know, in life and in love, as well. It could be in work going forward. So with that Nine of Cups energy, I love that. You have another 9 coming up to clarify this number 16 disruption card, the Nine of Pentacles. So when I mentioned at the beginning that I would sort of talk about that, again, we have the 10 of Pentacles that came up in the reverse to clarify rejoice and celebration. With that 10 of Pentacles in reverse, we now have, right, so it's almost like, you know, like the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, which if we do like a deduction or subtraction, like now we have that 9 of Pentacles energy. So I am picking up, Leo, for you, like a very single or abundant energy, right? Despite any sort of tower moments, but it is a single energy, but it's the pre-Empress card, so it's not single forever. We are seeing the Four of Wands, which is a signifier of commitment, you know, either in the past, but I'm also feeling that for future energy as well. But yeah, that disruption and the 9 of Pentacles, you're going to be sitting pretty at the end of the situation, whatever it is. You're going to be feeling more like yourself, more stable, more in your element, you know, and that's really going to give you the fire that it is that you need to move forward in whatever direction it is that you want to go, Leo. Okay, so whatever it is, whatever this tower moment is that may be happening, I would not worry about it. I feel like you are on the positive end of that spectrum. let me just pull, I'll do an oracle card for you guys. I think I'll do the numerology guidance card since I was drawn to the numerology in your reading. I'm also seeing the number 11 individuality as I go to cut the deck. So yeah, I am getting like a single kind of energy. Whoops, that did not go well. Okay, let's try that again. And then manifestation, Leo. So yeah, it's like, it's beautiful, you know, new beginnings. You know, sometimes when something in the past didn't work out, I'm seeing change. You know, as hard as it may be, it's really an opportunity for us to then create something that really is for us and is going to speak to us. And we have the number 93, happy ending, coming up here at the bottom. Beautiful. And I'm seeing change. I mean, flying out, we're seeing the number 5 change at the bottom and the number 93, happy ending, flying out. I will read the affirmation for you guys. I'll read both of them actually. Okay, so for change, it says, I accept and surrender to changes that improve my quality of life. And for number 93, happy ending, says, I have faith that a happy ending is right around the corner. Beautiful. Leo, I told you this is a lovely reading. I hope you guys resonated with this reading. If you like it, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you'd like a personal reading with me, I am available for personals. All of my information is down below. I will see you guys in the next reading. Bye, Leo.